Okay, so if you've tuned into any of my streams in the last week or so, you'll know that I've been playing this deck quite a lot. It's a strategy that revolves around these two Weezings here, so let's zoom in on them. The main attacker of the deck is this Weezing from Chilling Reign. So what does it do? It has an attack called Smog Burst, 20 plus 20 more for each dark energy attached to all your Pokemon. So the more dark energy you have in play, the more damage this Pokemon is putting out. So a very straightforward strategy, but not a very straightforward looking engine, as you'll come to see. The other Pokemon that sort of makes the strategy work is this Weezing. This Galarian Weezing also from Chilling Reign says that each basic dark energy attached to your Pokemon that have Weezing in their name, so whether it's Weezing or Galarian Weezing, provides 2 dark energy. And you can't apply more than one ability at a time. So you can't just have like 3 of these bad boys in play and attack with the other Weezing. That would be awesome if you could. I think that they should take away that clause to make it more viable. The problem that this strategy had early on, or at least while Chilling Reign was out, was that you sort of have 2 Pokemon that evolve off the same evolution line, just this Koffing. So you're kind of stymied in the mid-game when you suddenly run out of Koffings and it's like, well, how do I get this to work? You know, how can I make sure that I've always got these Pokemon in play? So now, in Evolving Skies, you've got this Zoroark with Phantom Transformation. So choose stage 1, accept Zoroark from your discard pile and switch it. You don't get to keep the attached cards, which kind of blows, but otherwise, the Zoroark is what helps you keep the Weezing train going, if you like, and allows you to create a board state where you can have more Weezings in play than you would normally be able to if you didn't have access to the Zoroark. And you got Snorlax for your early setup, you've got Cinccino for mid-game draw power, and you've got kind of a funky setup engine where I've elected to use Ball Guy because the deck has 24 Pokemon. I'm using 3 Great Ball, and honestly, you couldn't be faulted for going up to 4 if you can find room. And then Ball Guy lets you search your deck for 3 ball item cards and put them into your hand. Ball Guy draws 3 cards, which then draws 3 more cards from your deck. Pretty good, right? It's not able to get every single kind of card in your deck, but being able to reduce the size of your deck by 6 cards off Ball Guy, pretty good when you think about it that way. And then you've got a few other supporters. You've got to Scoop Up Net to get that Snorlax out of the way. You can also do some shenanigans where, let's say for example, you used Phantom Transformation and transformed into a Cinccino, okay, and you already had a Minccino in play. You could scoop up the Cinccino and then put it on top of the Minccino to free up a bench spot, and just like funky little plays like that. And so like I was running it like that for a while and I wasn't finding much success. I played it enough times to identify the real problem with the deck. It was mainly because you need to get 4 dark energy into play and attached to the Weezings no less for the strategy to be effective. With 4 energy in play, this Weezing starts doing 180 damage a turn for 1 energy. And so that way you can like 2-hit KO VMAXs and overtake them in the prize trade. The problem is that you can't get the energy out fast enough. And the deck didn't really have any kind of energy acceleration save for this Raihan. So what did I do? I went full circle and put Moltres back in after cutting it in early builds of this deck. So Diaflame Wings gets the energies into play from the discard pile just by existing on the bench. And even sitting on Moltres and not even on one of the Weezings, you're upping the damage output by Weezing, right? But then when you throw in the 3 energy switch, you can move the energy across, and every time you use this ability, it's like adding 40 damage to the output that Smog Burst is doing. So it's a pretty good inclusion, and so there you have what this deck looks like. Is it a very good deck? Well, if you look at the stats for it here, I've played almost 50 games. I've won about 20 of them, so below 50% win rate. It's not great. If you extrapolate that out to how many wins out of 100, you got about a 40% win rate, just under. It's definitely a bad deck, but I like bad decks. And it's a joy to see them work when they do. Let's take it into a standard ladder match and see if we can't demonstrate what it does. Okay, they're going to really stuff our setup there, so I'm gonna scoop that game. Well, we got it. It's GG. Okay, so This just ends up being a really bad Moltres deck. So we have one really good deck at the moment. If you look at Justin Basil TCG's Twitter, that person covers like metagame share week to week. And at the moment, Dragapult is crushing it. So that's why you're seeing a lot more Dragapult at the moment. But, you know, the thing with that deck is that there's a very clear counter or two in the meta. Alright, so no. Let's go Minccino. We're probably not going to get use out of this energy switch, so we'll grab Koffing. Hit done. As I was saying, the difference with the meta that we have now is that, you know, if you suspect a very oppressive Dragapult meta, you can just turn up with the Eternatus and wipe the floor with it, if you want. So the meta's in a good place at the moment, I think. See, Dragapult, again. This is the third Dragapult in a row, so... it very much is living up to the hype. Because it is a good deck. We'll give it a run, though. We'll give it a run. Let's play Ball Guy here first. And grab some cards. Great Ball first. Grab Zorua. Incense for the Cinccino. Did they play supporter last turn? Yeah, they did. They played Marnie. So there's a good chance this is a supporter, but... did they play the Sobble last turn as well? No, that Sobble's been there. They might be waiting to evolve, perhaps. So what I'm thinking is... so first I'm gonna make do and see what I get. Very good. I'm gonna go the Weezing route. Give him the old ability lock. Let's evolve that Weezing ASAP. And we'll grab ourselves another Koffing. You know, if they manage to knock out the Koffing, so be it. But it's gonna be a little tricky for them to do without some way to get this Weezing out of the active. So let's see. Okay. Alright. Well done. Well done. If they can't retreat this Mew, it'll be good for us. But they'll be able to now. So, okay. So I imagine they have a way to... no? Okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, is there anything we can evolve into? Nah. So we'll do this. Okay, we'll make do this one. And then we'll use severe poison here. This damage is going to rack up quickly. By the time it's their turn again, if they haven't gotten rid of this poison, they'll have taken 160 damage. And they've got no way to use that Sobble. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. We just need to hit some kind of extra energy. This will be a lot of damage though, even with just one. It'll be like 120. Okay, so we can do this. We'll make do the energy switch. Raihan, good, good. So we'll do this. I think we probably just win here. Because this is going to be pretty bad for them. I'm going to put a supporter in hand. And then we'll just go Smog Burst. Exactly enough. So it's kind of a wonky matchup. Yeah. Kind of a wonky matchup, that one. But we got there. Oh, that's a shame. A little unlucky that game. They manied us, so because we lost one turn of pressure, we lost that game. That could happen with any deck. I think that could happen with any deck. TBH. You can just get manied and lose. But yeah, because we got manied out of the energy that we needed to keep up the pressure, we lost. So. And you can see their misplay as well, because they didn't max leaf that one turn. We were able to get the knockout with Weezing, when normally we wouldn't have. Come on, mate. It's not that difficult of a choice. All right. Koffing active. Hopefully, we get Snorlax. Or we could turn to Ascension. One of those two things. One of those two things will happen. And after a game or two of this, we'll switch over to Leafeon. And see if we can't maneuver our way through that archetype and get some games in. I'm gonna query the chat. Chat, do you have any thoughts on Leafeon? Snakey, you're an enthusiast of the good decks, so maybe you've got an opinion on Leafeon. Corviknight, huh? This is bad for us? Oh no. That's not good at all. I think that we're going to go with a turn 2 Ascension and try and stuff their setup a bit. And we'll go from there. We've got the Ball Guy though. You have yet to play, so sounds good. Let's go Koffing. Great ball again. Take the Cinccino. Okay, this is where I could decide if it's better to lean into our overall strategy or not. I think that we could definitely go for the Galarian Weezing strat here. I think that's okay. Let's go Koffing. Let's go Level Ball. We want Minccino because it's got Cinccino in hand. Because the hand's looking good. Like, we don't need Snorlax this turn. I think it's okay. Let's do that. I almost want to quick ball the Ordinary Rod. Now we'll get rid of this one. And we'll go third Koffing. Third Koffing's probably good. Let's do it. So, you know, I haven't been checking. Okay, I've got it. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if this was the right line of play or not. They won't be able to Intrepid Sword. Unless they have Energy Switch or Switch Metal Saucer, they won't be able to attack. But who knows? They do have a lot of cards in hand. So if they don't attack this turn, that's fantastic for us. Because now we can poison the Corviknight. Okay. Not that that bothers them too much with a Pokemon that can retreat for free. It's a bit annoying. Wow. Just bench all the Pokemon. Okay, energy here. Cinccino over there. Yeah. Let's put the Weezing back in. Research for a big ol' 7. I don't want to play the Moltres yet, although I could. Alright, let's make do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna wait. So let's do Severe Poison. See what happens. Now the interesting thing here is they need a switch in hand if they want to reset the poison. They can't just shuffle the energy off. Oh, nice. Breeder's Nurturing. Now that's a card I like to see. I like that. That's not good. Did they really? Did that happen? What? Yeah, okay. This damage is going to pile up quick. So now we're looking good because we can Raihan and we can Moltres and we can attach an energy. So we're going to get 3 energy into play. It's going to be good. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, Weezing in the active. Alright, so let's go Incense. Grab a Zoroark just to have one. Get it into play. We're going to go Moltres here. Direflame. Okay, we're going to go Raihan to Weezing. I think we actually just grab another energy, to be honest. Because we want to attach another one this turn. I'm going to Cinccino make do, the Weezing. Gosh. I'm going to Phantom Transform. Because I really want to get another Dark Energy into play. Like that. And we're going to Energy Switch and move this energy across. The reason why we move it to Weezing is because Energy Factory doubles it. So now we're going to Smug Burst. This is going to be a lot of damage. 180. And they take the poison. And now they're 20 damage away from being KO'd. So let's see. If they happen to have Cheryl Bronzong in hand. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Good start. Where is the Bronzong? The Bronzong must be prized. we've got boss's orders, so we're definitely going to be playing that. I'm gonna make do this Weezing. We're gonna use boss's orders, and we're just gonna take we want to collect the KO. We don't want to muck around, okay? So Smog Burst. Alright, no mucking around. Kind of unfortunate we didn't get to attach an energy that turn, I don't think. But that's okay. Intrepid. Times are tough for our opponent at the moment. So I'm going to make do first to see what we draw into. It's Ball Guy. So we're sort of running out of cards to look for. Let's put an energy onto the Weezing. I think that's okay for now. And we've got energy switches to move that energy out if we need to. Smog Burst should be a lot of damage. So we're hitting critical mass now with our damage output. Okay, that Incense was good because now we can get Zorua to evolve. If they don't play boss and they just knock out the Weezing, we've got this one in the bag. Okay. Alright. So, that Weezing gets knocked out, but I still think we're looking good. If we can just get another energy into hand, we just knock out the Zacian V. Okay. Because we can grab our Zoroark, transform Zoroark into Galarian Weezing, bench a Koffing, Flame Wings, energy switch, and then we just have to hit a dark energy. So there's going to be quite a few actions this turn. Let's see how we go. Alright, so Weezing. Energy. Alright, so we got the Zoroark. That's a good start. I'm going to Flame Wings because we know we need to do that. Okay, we're going to transform because we know we need to do that. Grab our energy factory. It's going to be Koffing that comes into play. Yep. I'm going to play the energy switch and move this energy across. Now we need to thin as much as we can, so let's go Level Ball. Just take that one. What we're looking for is just like every card that we can get rid of. Let's grab Weezing. Actually, we'll grab Zoroark here. Let's Quick Ball Snorlax. And we'll take Galarian Moltres. Let's discard, I think, Ball Guy at this point. Take Snorlax. Okay, so we thinned our deck quite a lot. We know there's 4 energy in the deck. Make do, Snorlax. Good. We win. We had 2 chances to draw from a 10-card deck there. And that gave us the energy that we needed to overcome Corviknight. So you see the deck is okay, especially if the opponent stumbles a bit. Everything sort of comes together to make it work. Now, is this the best way to play the deck? I'm not too sure. Not 100% sure. But, you know, you have to temper your expectations, okay? When I play a deck like this, it's not, you know, I'm not looking for a 60-40 win rate, okay? I'm not looking for a 60%, 70% win rate. I'm not trying to dominate the ladder, but I'm trying to just win in a way that's kind of funny. 23 out of 55 games. It's not bad for a deck that looks like this. It's not bad for a deck that looks like this, right? We're just playing cards that are different. The kind of cards that you don't see every day. I will probably put some of these games on my YouTube channel just to showcase what can be, what could be. Maybe there's a card coming out in Fusion Strike that will push this archetype over the edge into Tier 2. Ooh. Colroy, you mentioned this looks a lot more in sync. Yeah. And it's the result of, you got to test, then you got to take a step back and think, where did it go wrong? Have a look at the things that you haven't tried. Have a look at the things that you've tried before and discarded. Come back to them. What I mentioned at the beginning of the stream is that I came full circle with the design of the deck and landed back on Galarian Moltres. Because I went through a lot of iterations of how this deck is supposed to work and what kinds of cards are in it. And early on, I discarded the Moltres because it didn't receive the boon from Energy Factory. But then what I'd found was I'd figured out how to make the deck set up properly using cards like Snorlax and Cinccino. Okay, but what I was lacking was once I was set up, I was just losing because I couldn't do any damage because I couldn't get the energy into play. Galarian Moltres solves that problem. So look, that's Weezing for you. This deck, it's a bit of fun. I'm not looking to win a tournament. I'm looking to just play something a bit different, and there's joy to be had in examining what could be possible. Until Pokemon TCG Live comes out, you have to make your own fun. When that ranked mode drops, you could still challenge yourself by trying to rank up with the deck that's subpar, but it's going to be very difficult. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be very difficult to reach any sort of meaningful rank with a subpar deck. Just because there's a ranked mode in a given game, that doesn't mean that has to be your goal. For a lot of people, you want to be able to stand tough or stand tall with whatever deck that you play. Just have fun with the cards that you choose to play with. So if you're that kind of person, this is the kind of deck for you. Deck list will be in the description. Give it a look. Chuck me a subscription. I really enjoy making these videos, and to help, all you need to do is subscribe. So thanks, and have a good rest of your day.